What is up, everybody? My name is Mark, aka Crypto Daddy, and I appreciate you joining this channel. If you do me a favor right off the bat, guys, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe. Smash that notification button so you get these videos every time I drop a video. We talk about news, latest trends in the market, big events that are happening, and some other fun stuff. So yeah, hit that notification button. And we also have a Facebook community, which I'd love for you guys to be a part of. It's called Crypto Chronicles. You can go ahead and search for that on Facebook and go ahead and request to join. Answer the 3 questions that we have, and then we'll approve your request. We are giving away $150 in Litecoin for the person with the most invites. Once you're actually in the group, you can invite as many people as you can. They have to answer the questions as well, and then you'll get $150 in Litecoin if you have the most people that qualify. So, in other news, guys, let's check out the market right now. There's been a hell of a lot of stuff happening over the last 24 hours. The CBOE group just released their futures program. And so there was a rally upwards prior to the launching of the futures, right? And so on GDAX, I think we hit about $20,000 for Bitcoin, and there was about a $2,000 difference between GDAX and other exchanges. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but that was something that I really noticed. I try to capitalize on that by getting some money into GDAX, and apparently GDAX went down because there were so many orders going through, and so it was just a big mess. So I just had to hold on to my Bitcoin. Couldn't really do anything with it at that point. For those of you who hodled your Bitcoin, congratulations. You just witnessed and passed a huge test, and you survived the dip, right? So we hit a record high. We rallied up to, most exchanges, it was almost, 16,500 or a little bit higher maybe. And then it started a bearish, trend downwards. And I mean, there was a point where we hit 12,000, was it about $12,700 on Bitstamp, and that freaked people out. And so, obviously when there's a lot of FUD and FOMO going on, you're freaking out about your money. You think you're going to lose everything, so you just want to sell and get out and just recoup some of your losses. Well, I hope you learned your lesson, because when we hit the lowest low, about $12,600, we started to trend back upwards. And now today, which is Sunday, December 10th, we are back up to around the $16,000 mark. Now we're kind of floating in between $16,000 and $15,600-ish range. But we're on a steady trend upwards, and so I think in the next couple days, especially with the release of the futures program with the CBOE group and CME jumping on board, I think we're gonna head to the moon, guys. I think we're gonna be seeing $20,000 in the next 48 to 72 hours. That's kind of my prediction. GDAX is already showing $16,422 high right now. And so between Bitstamp and most other exchanges, and I use Binance as well, there's about $1,000 difference, guys. So if you're savvy at this stuff and you know what you're doing, you guys could cash in, do a little bit of arbitrage, where you're buying low, selling high type of thing. Let's go ahead and check some news out, guys. Crypto Kitties has taken the world by storm, right? And so if you don't know what Crypto Kitties is basically like a Tamagotchi pocket pet type of thing. It's basically a digital animal that you get to you can buy them, you can breed them, and then you can sell them. And people are making bank. They're making a lot of money off these cats, and I have a couple cats myself. I joined the craze, guys, and so I bought, what did I buy? Calicool first. This was this my dude right here, and I think I purchased this guy. He's a generation 8 with a brisk cooldown, so there's different. That's a whole nother video. I'll probably do a whole tutorial on crypto kitties, but you know, I bought Calico. I think it was cheap, maybe 15, 20 bucks, and you know, they go anywhere from $10 all the way up to $100,000. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so I bought them maybe like 15 to 20 bucks, and then I bought this cheesy cat right here, which they're kind of like unisex, but you can establish one as the male, one as the female. So I'm gonna just, let's play along with the game, right? So this cheesy cat right here is the female, and so I went and bred cheesy cat and Calicool, and we came out with this little guy, which I didn't even name this cat yet, but it's Kitty 187202. It's a cyborg digital cat, and so I put this on sale for I think like 40 bucks or something, and so we're like halfway through the auction. We'll see if anybody ends up buying it. I think you can buy it for like 20 bucks right now on the market, and you know, I'm still getting used to this. I'm kind of learning how to play this this ridiculous game, but you know, it's just something to do, and actually people are flipping it like you flip houses. People are flipping cats like you freaking flip houses, which is the weirdest thing. But let's talk about CBOE Grouper, guys. So CBOE launched Bitcoin futures, and literally the site immediately crashed. You could not get on it, and then CBOE went ahead and tweeted, said, due to heavy traffic on our website, visitors may find that it's performing slower than usual and may at times be temporarily unavailable. All trading systems are operating normally. So they're basically assuring people that their trades, if they set, their trades up, their buy orders and their sell orders, that they're going to be going through. However, the site may, because of high traffic volume and everybody jumping onto the website, they couldn't handle the pressure. The servers couldn't handle the pressure, so the site went down quite a bit. But it's been an interesting day. It was kind of like we were stuck in a scary position. People weren't sure if we were gonna tank or if we were gonna moon, right? And so it looks like we're doing pretty good, guys. I mean, we kind of took a little bit of a dip, but as soon as, like, literally right around this time, I think it was like, I don't know what it was, mid-afternoon for where I'm at in Tennessee, and we saw an immediately jumped and rallied upwards close to just about $1,000, and then started kind of, going back and forth, and people started selling. But then, like I said, it's steadily going upwards. So that's exciting, guys. CBOE Group is, what they're going to do is they're going to give some more legitimacy, and I hate using that word, but they're going to give a little bit more legitimacy to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency overall. One thing to note, that CBOE and CME are not Wall Street. They're separate. And so, we can kind of look further into that another time, but a lot of people think that, this is Wall Street that have their hands in Bitcoin now. It's not necessarily Wall Street, although they are exchanges and they are, platforms where big institutional money can come in and play this game called Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Jim Cramer, guys, on to the next news. Jim Cramer, who runs Mad Money on the CNBC group, is a big skeptic, right? And so he basically, what he did this over the last couple of days, he called Bitcoin monopoly money, and he doesn't believe in it. He says if you bought Bitcoin and you sold it at a high, good for you, you're really doing well. But if you held on to it, basically you're just playing with monopoly money. And this is a quote that he released on an interview. He said, "I think the short selling is just going to annihilate people when you can start trading it. Once this thing starts trading the futures, they're just going to kibosh it. You're going to see a lot of shenanigans. And he went on to say, unlike monopoly money, there are many real services and products that can be purchased with Bitcoin today. Money is a store of value. Every day there are tens of thousands of people around the world that see this value in Bitcoin and exchange it with volumes recently exceeding $15 billion a day. This is more than Apple, Google, and Microsoft average daily trading and a day combined. And then he went in to say, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but basically he calls it monopoly money. And he says it's not backed by anything. It doesn't really mean anything. You can't touch it. You can't really do too much with it. You guys are playing with fire. And so, I watch this guy sometimes, Mad Money, and he's entertaining. He's cool. When he gives some tips, a lot of people think he's a big scammer and he's a market manipulator. He may be some of that, but he kind of lost credibility in my book and went down a couple notches. And because of the way he's really dogging Bitcoin and the whole cryptocurrency overall. Listen, the old timers, the people that are kind of so used to traditional money and traditional trading that don't really understand cryptocurrency, that can't adapt to it, are going to be skeptical, and they're not going to want to get involved, and they're going to end up being way behind the eight ball. And then eventually, like we saw, who is it? JP Morgan, I think, recently jumped on board and totally did a 180 and flipped his whole mentality about Bitcoin. Was it Jamie Dimon? I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but yeah. So these people are going to go against, and then they're going to turn around and say, okay, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe this is a thing. Maybe this is really going to happen, and so they're going to jump on board. Litecoin recently took an incredible run, so if you haven't bought Litecoin yet, you may want to jump on board, because Litecoin is considered the silver to Bitcoin's gold, right? So if you think about Litecoin, the transaction fees are minimal. The network is very snappy and speedy, and it's a lot easier to move around than it is Bitcoin because of the fees in Bitcoin and the scalability issues and the sluggish network. And so what they're saying is that Litecoin is going to be what people use to go in and out of quickly, trade currencies fast, and pay for things and do things really quickly, right? So it's going to be kind of like our paper money, and Bitcoin is going to be more like a store of value, like gold, where you're gonna take that Litecoin and then going to store it in Bitcoin, right? You're going to leave your store of value, your assets are going to be in Bitcoin to hold long term. But what you're going to use for short term is going to be alts and crypto, other coins like Litecoin specifically. And Litecoin is also they call it a test network for Bitcoin as well. So they do a lot of tests. They do a lot of trying things out on the Litecoin network to see if they'll work for the Bitcoin network. Do you see what I'm saying? So Charlie Lee is super excited. Bitcoin is making a huge statement today, showing all the altcoins who the king of crypto is. Wow. $16,500 now. I'm expecting a correction anytime now, but then again, I've been expecting a correction since $5,000. What do I know? So he's a cool guy. If you don't check him out on Twitter, you should definitely check him out. Charlie Lee is hilarious. I mean, he's real chill, real down to earth. He makes fun of himself in tweets, But he's super excited about Litecoin really taking off, and we could see Litecoin hitting a $200 mark fairly soon. Let's see what we're trading at right now. We're at $156. Thank God I bought one Litecoin when it was I think it was like $70. And so I don't have a lot in Litecoin right now. I have about 1.5 in Litecoin, and so I'm super excited about that. 10% increase in the last 24 hours. So I'm definitely going to buy more into Litecoin. I think I'm going to split my portfolio. I'm going to have probably 40% Litecoin. I definitely want to have a good amount of Ethereum, but I'm probably going to have majority of Bitcoin. because I think long-term Bitcoin is going to be where it's at, especially if the Lightning Network comes in and they start fixing all that stuff. But yeah, so Litecoin, can't wait for that to happen. Definitely going to be buying more of Litecoin. And yeah, guys, that's about it for today. This is your Coin Talk number 26. Really appreciate you guys following us and you know, hanging along with this channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button again. Smash that notification button. Smash the like button. I have a couple affiliate links down below. It really, you know, it'd be my honor if you could, you know, maybe support this channel by buying a Ledger Nano. There's an affiliate link down there. Joining my team on usi-tech. I'm literally multiplying my Bitcoin. I'm getting an average of 1% interest per day on my Bitcoin right now. I've already pulled out my initial investment, so at this point I'm just pure, you know, making pure profit. So you know, honestly, I really have nothing to lose right now. So I'm gonna take it to the moon. I'm gonna see how deep this rabbit hole really goes. usi-tech sounds like a real promising company. There's a lot of transparency coming out of usi-tech. There's a tech coin. There's an ICO right now, tech coin, that they're going to be making public. There's talks about rolling out 300,000 ATMs, branded usi-tech ATMs over the next year. And so there's a lot of other products and services happening. They just signed a $70 million contract to acquire mining equipment. They're going to be mining. They hold right now 1% of the hash power in Bitcoin, and I think it's like 12 or 13% of the hash power in Ethereum, and they're also going to be mining some other altcoins as well. And so there's exciting things happening in the world of usi-tech. So if you guys want to join my team, go ahead and click that link. I'll get an email and I'll respond to you as soon as I get that email and reach out to you guys. And you can friend me on Facebook, message me, whatever you want to do. And yeah, we'll go from there, guys. There's a couple other links you can check out. But if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. I'll be sure to get back to you. Check out my other videos too. There's a couple videos getting some good traction, and we're growing this channel. All right, guys, I'm peacing out. One love. Have a good night. And like Data Dash, I'm going to snap it out. Thanks a lot, Nick. Take it easy.